With the end of Reconstruction of the Union, immigration became a huge factor in the growth of the United States. There were two periods of major immigration to America: old immigration and new immigration. The wave of old immigration peaked in the mid-19th century, with immigrants arriving from countries such as Ireland, Sweden, Germany, the Netherlands, Scotland, England, and slaves from Africa. The majority of Americans saw worth in these immigrants because they did blue-collar work in factories, in mines, and on railroads. These immigrants also provided numbers for the army. These immigrants found it relatively easy to meld into the societal mold of the United States of America. This period of immigration was seen as the melting pot theory, where several different cultures come together and blend, forming a brand new culture. Old immigrants had to adapt to the ways of living in America. To survive, hardships such as unemployment and lack of resources for these immigrants were some reasons for relocating to America. When these people arrived, however, there was not a sufficient amount of acceptable jobs, so immigrants were given the low-paying ones with poor conditions. Often, younger children were exploited by employers because they were willing to work for little pay. Some Americans became very upset with these group of immigrants. These people believed that immigrants didn't belong, and that American ideals were superior to other foreign cultures. They also believed that assimilation, or adapting into society, wouldn't be possible. This belief, otherwise known as nativism, became a focal point in the formation of the American Party, or the Know Nothing Party. The slogan of the Know Nothing Party was, "I know nothing but my country, my whole country, and nothing but my country." This group of secretive members wanted to exclude the immigrants from America's way of life. The majority of members were middle-class Protestants. They believed that Catholics were over-influenced by the Pope and could therefore potentially overthrow democracy. With the election of 1856, the Know Nothing Party nominated Millard Fillmore for president in order to rid the country of this immigration. However, because this campaign died out along with the party in 1860, the wave of new immigrants from Southern and Eastern Europe, China and Japan into Ellis Island, New York, began to take place, beginning the Gilded Era. Discrimination became a big issue for the new immigrants, and most were forced into isolation, especially in areas such as Chinatown and Little Italy. This division in the city supported the salad bowl theory, or pluralism. The salad bowl theory is the idea that several customs are mixed together into one large area, but still maintain their individual culture. The main reason for immigrating to America was the idea of living the American dream and discovering opportunity and finding jobs. Competition for these jobs became very high, however, and immigrants were prepared to work for lower wages than American workers. Among these immigrants working for low wages were the Chinese, especially in the development of the railroads in the West. Labor unions were furious, and soon the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 was passed by Congress. This act suspended or banned the immigration of any more Chinese people into the United States for 10 years, but remained in place until 1943. The only exception to the Chinese Exclusion Act were students, teachers, merchants, and government officials. Another reaction to the new wave of immigration was the National Origins Act of 1924 and 1929. These acts restricted the entry of Southern and Eastern Europeans as well as the Chinese. New immigrants typically immigrated to escape conditions such as famine and land shortages. The majority looked at immigration as a short-term solution. The quota percentage of immigrants let into the United States after these acts were put into place went down to 2%, and immigrants from then on had to get a visa from an American ambassador abroad before entering into the United States. These acts remained in place until 1965.